On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Hey, Haywood. Set.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go now. 50, plant. He's coming. We got double up. Pilot, 64, win. Hey, wahoo. Check mark 50. Mike is a 50. Check mark 50. Check pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Down. 70, Indy. Hey, come on. Bravo.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Sheds off the tackle. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 61. Matchbox flight. Let's bring it. Hey, team 6. You're out. Safety screen. Hey. Yes. Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I I think is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Second and 11. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there on the option. 49 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Let's go. 25-yard line.
We got to step it up.
2nd and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, that's scared.
They'll look to throw here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Mixon running right. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. Jones now off the play fake. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions. A touchdown and a field goal, but this time defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, Harris. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing Jones. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Go! Rudy Bates. Chopper! Hey! My 7. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Hey, Echo! Mike's 42! Mike's 42! Blue down. 5.
Jones, off play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check girls. Check 43. Fair. Rush in. No.
This is Mixon on the draw. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, Orbit. Watch out. Check right 54. Right 54. You're right.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Excellent.
I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DeAnthony. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Got it. 54. Mike 54. Quit talking about it and bring it. Joker, 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 Joker. Leo. Hey, check 24, check 24. Hey, Haywood. Right there. Ready?
Off the play fake. Jones. And able to find Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready. 8, read. Here we go. Go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet, get it.
On 1st down, Jones. Green brings it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Tackles. Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Hey, Sam off. Snap.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. And the catch good, it's Eifert. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Come. Here we go again. 80 weapons. Shoot. Slam.
Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. And running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tanner McAvoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Jones to the left side here for Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that?
18 Gator.
47-yard line.
13 Spill. Check. 2.
Jones off the play fake. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Right there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10 to Mixon on the check down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the...
To contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Caught by Jones. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Harris to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On the set. 50, Mike, 50. You back there. Hey, box truck. Be afraid of me. Deuce. Alert 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Snap.
Off play action. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's pumped.
And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mark down now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He finds his running back, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Kane. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Check 52. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, Delta.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs.
First
and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Hopkins with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Jones on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
42 is the mic, boys. 42. 42 is the mic. Let him know.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
All day, dog. Like 42.
Back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
It's a break. General West. Slam, slam, slam. 36, 36. Hey, orbit. Check 3.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Back to Mixon on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Finding Green complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, Haywood. Hey.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces good.
All right, just checking.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones. And it's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. It was a great 4 quarters, but then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it.